to maybe pay for some premium video chatting software, though that is taking a shift more towards the commercial customer side. Zoom Video really important. The number of clients paying over $100,000, and so the numbers are out, and it seems like the shares are kind of drifting right now. The numbers I'm going to read for revenue first. 1.18 billion is the outlook, which for this next quarter, fourth quarter, which is slightly above the 1.17 billion. If you go to the fiscal year, they are lifting their expectations a little bit. They had seen 463 to 464 billion, and now they're saying 466 to 4.66. So pretty tight range. They're pretty confident they're going to hit $4.66 billion in revenue for the fiscal year, which is ahead of the expectation. We're also going to boost their buyback by about $1 billion. So it seems like Zoom is communicating a pretty comfortable position with their financials at this point.
I see what you did there with the communicating, if that pun was intended or not. But it does look like shares are taking a little bit of a dip, despite the fact that this was a beat on the top and bottom line. And they raised their full year outlook last time they reported, and raising it again. So a beat and raise. You ran through the numbers. I do think that it's important to note that revenue for the period was up 3.6% year over year. So we've been seeing slowing growth. But if you compare that to last quarter when they reported 2% revenue growth, so it's actually a sequential increase. We know that they've been trying to incorporate AI into more of their collaboration tools to really, try to lure those bigger customers, as you said, the enterprise customers. In terms of you mentioned the full year outlook. In terms of the fourth quarter outlook, expecting total revenue between 1.18, basically around $1.18 billion. I don't know, in terms of what's kind of disappointing, it seems like there's a little bit of a disappointment, not exactly sure what that is quite yet. In terms of the commentary in Q3, we were pleased to see revenue and enterprise revenue growth improve to approximately 4% and 6% year over year. Online monthly average churn reached an all-time low of 2.7%. We'll see what they have to say on the earnings call. One thing about Zoom I think that's important to note too, despite the fact that it is up more than 20% year to date, if you take a look, Wall Street not very bullish on this name, 60% around the sidelines, and the median price target heading into this print was $76, which was quite a bit below where it closed today, around $89. So not a lot of enthusiasm from the analyst community on this name, and not a lot of enthusiasm necessarily following this report, but we did see shares up almost 4%, or close up almost 4%. So maybe that's the rally.
Yeah. Hey, it's been ripping. To your point, with another good one today, so it's been really impressive now for a couple quarters going. And trading closer to $90 could bring us back to levels since mid-2022. So I think pretty impressive. Free cash flow, pretty reliable. They didn't change their outlook on that. That would have been kind of nice to have an additional raise there for the free cash flow. But with the buyback and the expectations for revenue growing, it does seem like they're in a pretty decent position right now. So beats estimates, raises the revenue outlook, and I think that's that pretty much is the big stuff. I would say the last part is that enterprise customers were down, but less than expected. So the customers contributing more than $100,000 gained 7%, and that's what the market really cares about more.
Yeah, it was 7.1%.
7.1%
in the previous quarter. So I guess that would be a bit of a sequential decline there as well. So yeah, and I think that the operating cash flow when it last reported and free cash flow were definitely bright spots. So the fact that maybe, as you said, not raising could be seen as a bit disappointing, or maybe it's just priced in. But who knows? We can see what they have to say on the earnings call too. That could definitely change the trajectory.
All right, thanks, Caroline. Appreciate the help.
Thanks.